Okay, and you have audience.
Wonderful. Well, either welcome or welcome back, depending on if you joined us in the previous session or not. So obviously we're going to do a 20-minute meditation and relaxation session today. But before we get started, I'd like to show you the breathing exercise that we'll do at the end of the relaxation. I think we did it last week, but if you didn't tune in last week, it's helpful to know what we're doing before you get all chill and relaxed. And then I'm like, here, learn something new. And you're like, wait a second, I'm chill now, right? So go ahead. And this practice is called alternate nostril breathing. So it's really cool because as we breathe through the alternate nostrils, right, if we breathe just through the right nostril or just through the left nostril, it actually accesses different parts of the opposite hemisphere of the brain. So if I'm breathing in my right nostril, it's going to access things in the left hemisphere and vice versa for the right. So if you want to use the hand mudra, you can. If you don't, you can just use your fingers however feels comfortable. But take your right hand, I'm just going to show you the mudra now, and curl your middle finger and your pointer finger in towards the palm. I'm actually doing this with my left hand to try and mirror you, and so it doesn't work as well, but it looks kind of like that, right? So then you take your hand and you'll plug your nostril with your thumb. Inhale through the open side. Then you'll plug the open nostril with the ring finger and exhale through the opposite nostril. Then you'll inhale through that open side. Then switch and exhale through the opposite nostril again. So it's exhale, inhale, switch, exhale, inhale, switch. So we're switching after the inhale, which can be a little wonky for our brain sometimes because we typically think of the exhale as the end of the breath. So just remember that we're switching sides after each inhale. So that all being said, go ahead and if you like to come onto the floor or onto your back for the relaxation portion, go ahead and do that now. Otherwise, if you're choosing to sit in a chair or anything like that, just get really comfortable. We don't want to be distracted by our body during practice. So if you're laying on the floor, you might like to roll up a blanket for underneath your thighs. You might like a very thin cushion for underneath your head. Just make sure that it's not like a giant pillow that's going to cram your chin down towards your chest. And if you're sitting in a chair and your feet don't quite reach the floor, you might like to put something under your feet to give you a little bit of extra support so you can really lean back into the chair and be effortless. And then as you settle in, you might like to close the eyes. And then just ask yourself, is there any way now that I've settled in that I can be just 5 to 10% more comfortable? And if the answer is yes, make those last little adjustments. And really settle into the body. Because we don't want the body to be a distraction to the mind if we can help it. Start to feel the support of the floor or the chair beneath you. And as you breathe out, just relax into that support that's holding you up. Imagine that with each breath, you can melt away tension from the muscles. Let go of any unnecessary gripping or effort. You can also use the exhale to clear tension from the mind, thoughts from the mind, to-do lists, whatever it is that's there. Just let it all clear away. Unplug for a moment. And set the intention to use the next 15 minutes as a recharge for your day. And start to notice the inhale and the way it fills the body with the breath. Imagine that each inhale is bringing in whatever you need for your day. Maybe it's energy, clarity, healing, calm, whatever you need. Just imagine that you could breathe it into the body on the inhale. And as you breathe out, imagine that the cells of the body could be infused with it. Imagine that you could infuse the entire body with this energy or vitality from the tips of the toes all the way up to the crown of the head. From the surface of the skin deep into the bones, the organs. Just breathe what you need into all the layers of body and mind. And when that feels complete, just focus on the count of the breath. Notice how many seconds you breathe in. Notice how many seconds you breathe out. And if one stream of breath is longer than the other, then see if you can start to equalize it. So the inhale and the exhale are even. Whatever count you're choosing, make sure it's comfortable. You don't want to feel like you're struggling to finish the count of breath. But we also want it to be a little deeper than what you might naturally do. So maybe you're breathing in for the count of 4 and out for the count of 4. Maybe it's a little less, maybe it's a little more. We want that count to feel deep and effortless. And when you're ready, you can start to welcome the breath back out into the limbs. Feel the inhale to the tips of the toes, tips of the fingers. And if you're lying on the floor, you might start to wiggle them awake. And find your way to a seat. And if you did the previous practice seated and you were sitting cross-legged, you might like to change the cross of the legs in this moment. And then we'll begin the practice of alternate nostril breathing. So you can take the right hand, curl the middle and the pointer finger in towards the palm, this way. And then use the thumb to plug the right nostril. Inhale through the left nostril up to the eyebrow center. Then use the ring finger to plug the left nostril. And exhale through the right. Inhale through the right nostril. Switch and exhale through the left. Inhale left. Switch and exhale right. Inhale right. Switch and exhale left. And continue breathing in this way. You can continue to count the flow of breath in and count the flow of breath out. So maybe you return to the count of breath that you were using during the relaxation. Maybe that count has started to deepen a little bit. But continue to breathe in and out to the point between the eyes. And if it feels comfortable for you, you might start to add a slight pause after the inhale. So if you're breathing in for the count of 4, you might pause the breath at the eyebrow center for just 1 or 2 counts before switching sides and exhaling out for the count of 4. And just remember, anytime we're doing these breathing practices, they should feel easy and effortless. So if adding that pause after the inhale is causing you to struggle in any way, you can just skip it. Let the breath flow smoothly and effortlessly through the nose. The next time you exhale through the left nostril, you can release the hand. And breathe in and out through both nostrils. Inhale to the point between the eyes. Exhale out from the point between the eyes. Start to centralize the focus at the eyebrow center. Each breath provides nourishment to the mind. Each exhale is an opportunity to clear away thoughts, distractions. Each inhale anchors your awareness into that point at the eyebrow center. And as we bring this practice to a close, you might like to bring palms together at the heart. Take a deeper, fuller breath into the heart space. And as you start to breathe in and out from that center, see if you can set an intention for your day. Let that intention be a way of being instead of about doing. So maybe you want to be calm. Maybe you want to be motivated. Maybe you want to be compassionate, understanding. And as you inhale, imagine that you're enlivening this intention. And as you exhale, seal it in. Like you're making a pact with yourself that you're going to do that. I hope that this practice serves you well today. Thank you for joining. Bye.